called Silent Planet, and when I was 16 years old, I was really good at sports, and that's kind of my life. I was all about sports, and I was training to get a full ride to college, hopefully playing basketball. Some people that were my friends, thought that I was maybe cool because I was good at that. That gave me some value and helped me a lot with like confidence things, and I thought that maybe girls would think I was cool because I was good at it. So it was kind of my life. I remember I was on defense and I shifted off of a foot and I felt my foot kind of give, and I felt this like crack occur in my right foot. The doctor was like, yo, you got like multiple fractures and you have like brittle bone disorder, and like your bones can't withstand like the pressure of like playing sports like that. And so I was just kind of like, screw the doctor. So I, no joke, started to practice on one foot, and then that foot started cracking. A month later, after being like in the best shape of my life, I was in a wheelchair and I had to crawl around the house. Both my feet were in casts, and I remember people would like stare at me and kind of laughing at me. And I remember I really became quickly quite depressed. And to be in that place where you are just, your identity is like nothing. I'm nothing. You lose everything. And I was in that place. I reached a couple different points in that time period where I tried to kill myself, because I was just like, not only was I not getting better, but there's a chance I could never play again. And I remember every night just basically asking God, like, if you're real, which I doubt you are at this point, because I think if you were real, you would have fixed this by now. But I just, will you fix this? That would be great. And by the grace of God, my mom found out what I was going through, and an old family friend who's a therapist met up with me, and I just sort of, the first time I think, I just lost it. It's like, I don't believe in God anymore. I want to kill myself. If you know of any way I can kill myself, please just give that to me. I feel like a complete mess. I'm embarrassed because I remember I was sitting outside of like in a plaza shopping center. I'm like, I'm embarrassed to be here. I'm embarrassed that I'm alive. Despite still being very depressed, I started to kind of notice things like, whoa, those people have like musical skill. That's kind of cool, like even if their feet were broken, they could still jam. Like, I thought that was cool. And I noticed people were drawing, and like just the idea that someone can create a whole world with their hands is something that kind of blew my mind. And through all of that, I found out that my church was going to Haiti. So I sort of looked into that, and I was like, maybe I can do this, because I can't play sports, but at this point I was able to kind of walk. And so I did. I actually went to Haiti for like a month and lived in this like orphanage and worked with orphans. And it's funny how when you're taken away from all this environment of like privilege and this environment of, I saw people who were fighting to survive, but had this incredible joy too, like truly a joy that wasn't contingent on getting what they wanted, but just being alive was the joy. I don't know how I came to be where I am at 16, being so jaded with life, but like, I want to live. I want to be alive. Flying home from Haiti and having this joy and not really caring if I play basketball again, and realizing that there's so much more life to live. I saw people living life that wasn't just about them and having what they want, but they were allowed to be. Tuned me back into life. Tuned me into the gospel, where it's not about what we can give or what our role is or what our status is, but it's about our identity, which is being a daughter, a son of God, and you can't change that. The pain didn't just get better. It's not like you come home and then, it's not a happy ever after. Like, you still get home and you struggle, but being able to, in the moment, like, see what's in front of you. And if we can, like, stop and just listen and look and taste things, I really do believe that reality can change. So a couple years later, I was like, with absolutely no musical skill, I was like, I'm just going to start, I have these thoughts, I'm going to write them, and I'm going to shout them. And I met these talented musicians who want to play music, and I'm able to share stories. People have justified so much evil in the name of God that, and so much of, I think, my harmful theology growing up came from people who told me, like, you know, like, you're only good enough for God if you do this and this and this. And I started to believe that. And so now I have the opportunity to write songs that rage against that, that say, like, first of all, that's a lie. That's not God. Look at Jesus if you want to see God, if you want to actually see love. And second of all, if you want to be loved, you are loved right now. You can't change that. I think that is my story. I'm Garrett Russell, and I have seen the grace of God through starving orphans in Haiti.